Welcome back, everybody. This is episode three of Obscure Olympian Sports Explained. Up next is Croquet. Croquet. Now, let me just repeat what I said in the Olympian video. The only croquet I know is smacking malls with a hammer through hoops made out of flamingos, which frankly I find a bit barbaric. Also, the fact that if you don't win, your head gets chopped off by a weird queen of hearts is pretty fucked up. But as it turns out, it's an actual sport. So I've been confused about it. I think Disney didn't portray the sport correctly because apparently no flamingos or moles or any queens of hearts are involved. So I looked up the sport again at this wonderful site called Wikipedia, and what I usually do is I take the first part of the text, which basically explains in a short um, amount of text what a sport is. But apparently Wikipedia doesn't know what it is exactly either, because this is the intro text of croquet on Wikipedia. Croquet is a sport that involves hitting plastic or wooden balls with a mallet through hoops, often called wickets, in the United States, embedded in a grass playing court. Well, that's it. That's all they have to say about it. So apparently, whoever wrote that article for Wikipedia isn't a big fan either. But not to leave you hanging, I'm making this video the shortest one in the series. I've added a little bit about the history of croquet. So be prepared to be amazed by the wonderful history of croquet. Yeah. The oldest document to bear the word croquet with a description of the modern game is the set of rules registered by Isaac Spratt in November 1856 with the Stationers' Company in London. This record is now in the English Public Records Office. In 1868, the first croquet all-comers meeting was held at Morton in Marsh, Gloucestershire, and in the same year the All England Croquet Club was formed at Wimbledon. I thought they only played tennis at Wimbledon, but apparently they also play croquet over there. In the book Queen of Games, The History of Croquet, Nicky Smith presents two theories of the origins of the modern game that took England by storm in the 1860s and then spread overseas. The first explanation is that the ancestral game was introduced to Britain from France during the reign of Charles II of England and was played under the name of Baie or Pall Mall. Pall Mall. Okay, interesting. Derived ultimately from Latin words for ball and mallet. This was the explanation given in the ninth edition of Encyclopaedia Britannica dated 1877. In his 1810 book entitled The Sports and Pastimes of the People of England, Joseph Strutt describes the way Pall Mall was played in England in the early 17th century. Pale Maya is a game wherein a round box ball is struck with a mallet through a high arch of iron, which he that can do at the fewest blows or at the number agreed upon wins. It is to be observed that there are two of these arches, that is, one at either end of the alley. The game of mall was fashionable amusement in the reign of Charles II, and the walk in St. James's Park, now called the Mall, received its name from having been appropriated to the purpose of playing at mall, where Charles himself and his courtiers frequently exercised themselves in the practice of this pastime. Well, all of that is quite interesting. Um, the first thing that I notice is that a lot of these obscure Olympian sports are created by English people. Now, I'm half English and I know that I'm fairly insane, so that does explain a lot about why English people um, invented all these crazy and weird sports that nobody wants to play nowadays. Um, yeah, what else do I have to say about it? Not a lot. I mean, oh, what I do like is that this is the first explanation that actually doesn't contain any words that I don't understand, which is a fucking miracle. It can be done. It can be done. So I hope in the next explanations they won't use any more weird words, because I was getting quite upset in the last video about all that. The next sport I'm gonna be discovering is equestrian, which should be interesting. Until next time.